Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing The Walking Dead Season 3 Episode 2 review. Last week it ended off with Herschel getting bit by one of the walkers and Rick having to cut off his leg. Now as he's cutting off his leg, like I told y'all, 5 heads, well I didn't know how many heads, but 5 heads popped up and I initially thought, hey, these are some walkers. But no, it is some inmates in there, and they're like, who are you? This don't look like no rescue team. And Rick's like, hey, if you're looking for a rescue team, then you can go ahead and stop looking. So they didn't got Herschel up on some little rolling table and proceeds to, take him back to where they've been staying at, to get him help, stop the bleeding, all that good stuff. So, like, the inmates start to follow them, like, hold up, what's going on? What y'all doing there? They're like, we taking over. This our place now. Deal with it. So they then took Herschel back to a room. They trying to stop the blood. Little short haired woman. I need to get these people names right. After that, I'm gonna put all their names of who they are in the description box. But yeah, short haired woman. She's been helping out Herschel because, Rick's wife is pregnant. So she's like, he can't do everything by himself. I'm learning a little something to help out. So she's trying to stop the bleeding and everything. So Rick goes to the inmates like, hey, what y'all got? Y'all got food supply? What's good? We got a little food. Okay, show us. We can share it. You can stay in your little section. We stay in ours, and we ain't never got it. Our paths don't have to meet. So he showed them what food they got. I was like, this is a lot of food. It's like, yeah, but it ain't gonna last that long. We've been here 11 months waiting on everybody. Guard was like, hey, I'll be back in a minute. Here's a gun. It never came back. And that's like, you obviously haven't seen what the outside world is. These was walkers coming around here, walking around here, ain't nothing to compare to what we've seen. So, I don't know, something about, they trying to teach, dudes, how to survive against the walkers. I guess they've been doing old prison style, beating and jumping on you. And it's like, you got to take them out at the head. So they done took them on like a little how to kill a walker excursion. Like, go for the head. Man, you could stab that man across his belly, his insides pop out, and he's still gonna walk at you because he's a walker. You gotta go for the head. So they didn't like, it was Rick, Daryl, and T-Bone. They then proceeded to take these guys out on the how to kill a walker excursion. And they just, bam, bam, just beating them. They're looking at each, the inmates, that's what I guess they in prison, so that's what they used to, just fight. And Rick, T-Bone, and Daryl looking at each other like, did we not tell them to go for the head? So they let them know, you gotta go for the head, bam. So like a whole bunch of walkers came through, and it's like crazy going on. They stabbing people, getting stabbed. Well, not getting stabbed. They stabbing the walkers, and it's like a whole bunch of them. I just knew somebody was gonna get bit. So this big old dude, he's sitting there looking around like, yeah, I'm not for this. So he about to run off and see the walker, so it's like, oh dang, I guess I gotta start killing. So he got, I guess can't kill, so I'm sorry, Dave. Anyways, he gets to, attacking the walkers, and he gets bit. So automatically they like, oh my goodness, chop off his arm. And it's like, we can't chop off his arm. Well, you chopped off old dude's leg, and he found, it's like, look where he got bit at. He got bit all up in here. Can't you save him? One of the inmates was like, bam, shot him, and like, really did overkill on him. And like, you already shot the dude in the head. He gone. He ain't coming back as a walker. Just leave him be. I was like, what did you do that for? He's looking like, well, you need to get rid of him. Well, that ain't what he said, but he's looking like, what you expect me to do? He done got bit. I don't want to get bit. So, another batch of walkers came through. They have, protecting themselves. And the one who just killed old dude, like, threw a walker at Rick. And, Rick, protected himself. Like, you know what? Bop. You gone. So one of these little young inmates was like, what? I ain't even fit to sit around for it. So he takes off running and ends up outside with a whole bunch of walkers. So he stops dead in his tracks like, oh, Lord, I shouldn't have ran out here. So he tries to go back to Rick. Rick was like, you ain't come back in here. The other two inmates, he trying to, like, I'm gonna kill y'all. And he was like, man, we ain't like them. That big dude, he was my friend. He never hurt nobody. The other dude, yeah, he was crazy. But me and this dude right here, we fine. We don't want no trouble. Just let us live. The other dude's like, I ain't never, beg for my life, and I ain't finna start today. So basically, do what you gotta do. So they take them off to some section on yonder. They done got their food and what they need, and it's like deuces. So meanwhile, back with Rick's wife, I think Laura. I think that's what her name is. I could be wrong, but like I said, I'm gonna put it down in the description box. They all hovering around her. So little Carl, the son, come walking through with some supplies. Like, where you been? I went to get supplies. I killed a few workers on my way, but I'm cool. And I was like, sit your tail down somewhere. But he has changed a lot since last season. Last season he was scared to kill a walker. Now it's like, man, I got to pull my weight. I got to help protect us. So he done found all kinds of supply and gauze. Meanwhile, short-haired woman, and I think his name is Glenn. Yeah, Glenn is Herschel's daughter's boyfriend. Gotta find out her name too. But anyways, he's like, I need, Herschel's sick and he may not make it. So I need to find me a female walker so I can figure out how to do a C-section, because homegirl's last pregnancy was a C-section, and most likely this will be a C-section too. Herschel's, indisposed right now. I need to do what I need to do. So while she's outside cutting on this walker that she just killed, there's somebody looking at her. Now, I don't think it's a walker because it ain't rolled up on her. It's just like still, off yonder, like looking at her from afar. So meanwhile, back at Herschel just like stops breathing for a second. So Rick's wife gives him CPR. And he just like, I thought he was fit to turn and bite her, but he like, popped back to and doing good for a minute. Then I thought he died because I like stepped out for a second and I was like, they holding his hand. I was like, is he alright? But apparently he's alright. Whether he's going to turn into a walker, we don't know. So we don't, homegirl, it took her overnight season would have turned into a walker. So we just going to see how this going to work out. So next week it's supposed to be whoever gets some kind of military like service is supposed to be coming and helping old girl to put the girl with the two walkers. So we gonna see. So that was the gist of the episode. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or a video response. And like I always want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.